it's been happening more often, and I've noticed it. You're on the road, stuck in traffic, and you're surprised by a car that you don't really recognize. What's more is that it has a Philippine conduction sticker. Now, I know I'm not alone on this because the star of today's Behind the Wheel has over 39,000 views on its unboxing. From Beijing Automotive Industry Holdings Corporation, the M50S. Brought into the country by BAIC Automotive Industries Corporation, its full name is BAIC M50S Ultra Luxury 1.5-liter MT. Now, yes, I understand ultra luxury might be a bit of a stretch to you and I, but then again, that's what we're here to find out. Up front, you've got halogen projectors and fog lamps on a front clip that really isn't that hard to swallow. And it's not just two-tone either. You've got a skid plate in a third color, albeit plastic, but hey, still. Now, from this angle, is it just me or does it look like a space wagon? Maybe it's just the color. Probably. Now down the side, the two-tone becomes even more apparent with very large black panels above the wheel wells and on the lower doors, separated by chrome accents, looking like a really fancy Frida Kahlo. Ay caramba. You got massive windows all around. The repeaters are on the body, 185 millimeters of ground clearance, which really doesn't look like much because of the unnecessary stepboard. 15-inch shoes with 65 series tires, discs up front, and drum brakes at the rear. Not just up front, but the tail has got a fog lamp too, found on the lower left. Now the rear hatch isn't the most shapely out there, but it does make for a very wide and low opening. Open her up and you're looking at, well, really not much space. Basically enough for a collapsible wheelchair or stroller. Not much anything else really. But if you fold the third row, then you're looking at enough space to even hold a Sasquatch. That's a big guy. Now, even when the second row is in its furthest position, the space back here is not bad at all. Definitely enough room for two average-sized adults. Legroom is okay. Headroom is like massive. It's like the biodome up in here. Now, these windows tilt open. You've got cup holders on either side for the third row and rather stiff seats. Not just here, actually, the entire cabin. The good news is that from back here, the air flows pretty well. Captain chairs are always a good idea, and I'm guessing that's where the luxury of the MS50S is aimed at. Now, the third row you can gain access to from the channel found here in the center, or you can tumble these chairs. The legroom here is massive because the floor is a few inches lower while still maintaining the height of China's Great Wall. It's ridiculous. But really, that's about it, There's not much toys back here. You got manual seats, bottle holders on either door, and really speakers on each one. So, not much anything else. Space, though, I gotta hand it to them. There's a lot back here. Now, what you don't expect to find in here is a 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system that has a reverse camera. That thing is like, wow. Also, the secondary screen that has your clock and your audio display. It's really unnecessary, but unlike the stepboards, I actually like it. Everything else in here really is, well, standard as you'd expect. No driver aids, no trip computer, just basically your average gauges in the center and not much anything else. Oh, even the mirrors on the side, yeah, you gotta roll down your window and push those suckers into play. Could use a little bit of help too on other areas such as the shifter. This thing wiggles a little bit too much, so does too the center armrest. Though the faux wood on the steering wheel and the air controls here is a very nice touch. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our videos. We don't just have reviews for all of our viewers out there, but perhaps a raffle or two. Standard equipment on the BAIC M50S Ultra Luxury include dual airbags, ABS with EBD, speed sensing door locks, and ISOFIX tether. Power comes from a 1.5-liter engine mated to a 5-speed manual transmission. Power figures are 114 horses and 115 Newton-meters of torque. Now, if those figures sound familiar to you, then you're on to something. What you do is finish the video, come back to this point, and click here to head to our car comparison page to confirm your suspicions. Now, while generally the NVH is actually pretty good, it's the engine sound insulation that might need a little bit of help, because when you ask for its all, yeah, you can definitely hear it. You might also need some time getting used to the seats. While they are firm and supportive, the problem is that the lumbar support is always there. It's perpetual. So yeah, that kind of needs some getting used to, if you know what I mean. Ride quality and handling is not bad in this MPV. Probably do a bit better if you load it up with more weight. Unfortunately, you can only go a little past half a ton. That's about it. I would have expected it to be a bit bouncier, really, than what it is right now. By all means, it's no magic carpet. No, not at all. But hey, it's pretty behaved. Not bad. There is one other thing I'd like to add. See, a lot of people, when they step into a Chinese car, whether at the showroom or it's been out in the sun, there is somewhat of a pungent smell. It's because of the glue that they use. In here, no, there is a smell, but it isn't a disturbing smell. And I'd like to point that out because at least it won't kind of choke you, you know what I mean? So, okay, ultra luxury in the definition that you and I are accustomed to, maybe not. But at 668,000 Philippine pesos, that's a definition a lot of people can get on board with.